else will break your heart. I'm never gonna hold you back. I'm always gonna have your back. So try to remember that. I hope you're happy. I hope you're good.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to 321 No Kiddin. Bobby the Awesome here. Thank you for joining me. I owe you all quite the apology. I'm afraid that I have not been keeping up with my weekly commitment to you. It is not because I've gambled or drank or did anything destructive. It's been a very challenging month. Mom has been in the hospital since Mother's Day. One of my cousins got ran over by a car, and there's been a few deaths as well. So a lot of things going on. And like I said, I did not gamble, and I am proud of that, and I did not drink. So that's kind of the why. I know that last year when I was navigating all my crazy situations and pain, I did it on air with you, and because I was commuting back and forth to Connecticut the last few weeks, that would have made it challenging because I can't really podcast at my mom's house where I've been staying. Well, I guess I could have if I was doing it on my phone like I'm doing it here, but I overthought it. But I really have no it wasn't as, I don't want to say traumatic, but I was coping and handling my stuff pretty well. Maybe not gracefully at times. And I think the biggest lesson that I learned from all of this that I want to share is about that whole doing the work daily stuff. I've always talked about that with you, that it's important to do the reading or do the meditation or go to a meeting, whatever your recovery strategies are, but to not just do them twice a week, to do them every day. And for me, I have this phenomenal foundation that includes resources like my counselor and GA, and then the other, the gambling center and the people in my life that know about my addiction that may or may not be in recovery. So I had a pretty good foundation. And what I realized was how I made it through the last 5 or 6 weeks was because of the foundation I built. I mean, I'm the oldest child, so I was responsible for medical decisions and all the things involved with the family and managing the situation. And to have the strength, because basically in that environment, I had to be like the leader, and to have the strength and the wherewithal and the mindset to be able to do that was in part due to what I do every day and the practicing what I preach and doing the right things. Now, don't get me wrong. One of the other reasons that I was able to pull this off was because of my support system in the background, like talking to specific friends every day, when I needed to blow off steam or acknowledge the roller coaster I was on. So just a reminder that be strategic about who's in your life. Not in the sense of so you can use them when times are tough. You'll know who the right people are. They show up for you and they're there for you and they care about you, and you can be ugly with them. There was a week in the process where it was actually a very pivotal week, and I had to decide whether or not to keep the equipment on that was supporting my mother's life. And I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to relay information. I didn't want to check in with people. I didn't want anybody asking me how I was doing because I wasn't doing well. I just kind of wanted to tell everybody to F off. And during some of the conversations, I actually said that to my friends. Not to F off, but told them, I don't really want to talk. I don't want to do the thing. I'm not feeling up to it. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of explaining. I'm tired of going through the same thing, because every time you rehash stuff like that, the emotions bubble up, and it's draining. When I was sleeping in Connecticut, just trying to manage the day without even working, because I honestly didn't work hardly at all the last month, because every time I wanted to, there was either no time, privacy, or mindset on my part, and I couldn't function and think. But the whole time I was down there, I was sleeping so soundly. I would be so exhausted, and not from physical exertion, not from doing the work, like doing my job and being on the computer, but just like mental exhaustion. And it's very clearly a thing. And it's okay when you have the right people in your life to bounce that off of them. I mean, in a polite, kind way. You're not like, fuck you, I hate you today. It's not like that. It's listen, I'm just not up for talking. And I had some really beautiful friends just would be like, hey, I'm thinking of you. Don't feel like you have to write back, or, checking in. Different technologies make that a lot easier nowadays. And it can be something as simple as a text saying, I'm thinking of you. Or some of my friends use Marco Polo. So there was just different options. So again, surround yourself with the right people. Have resources. Be honest. Take care of yourself. That was another huge lesson. If I hadn't been taking care of myself in my recovery along the way, again, I wouldn't have been strong enough to deal with all the things that were going on. I knew that I had to make decisions based on my values and my beliefs, and that's taking care of myself, right? Because it would be very easy to spin and not be aligned with my values or something, and that sets me up for inner turmoil. Inner turmoil leads to relapse, negative voices in the head, all the drama and all the bad stuff. And that was another thing. A lot of family drama. And here's the way I handled it. I basically said, I hear you. I understand your opinion, perspective. It's not my battle. Like, if their battles weren't with me and it was about a different member in the family, all I could say is, we're dealing with mom with a life and death situation here. What's the value in this argument or anger that you're hanging on to, and is it worth it? But aside from that, I'm not going to lecture you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You got to figure it out, and you got to be comfortable. So that was another test, I guess. And I had to put on some serious boundaries when it came to conversations like that. And that was putting me first as well. And it was the right decision to do, 1,000,000,000,000,000%. So those are a few of my lessons the last month. As far as going forward, I guess I'm going to give you the whole update here. So I'm moving out of my apartment in the next 2 weeks from the time I'm recording this. So I'm in the process of moving, launching some new products in my business, still handling all this back and forth between New York and Connecticut. And then 4th of July weekend, I leave to go to Europe for 4 to 5 weeks. So I'm not really sure what the schedule looks like. I would love to tell you that I could record some shows in advance. It looks like the Recovering Couples Anonymous program is of value, so I want to get back to finishing that book. There's a lot of downloads on those episodes, so it must be a needed topic. So we will revisit that when I get some routine. Just if you could be patient with me and allow me a little grace. This is not a gone forever kind of situation. It's just trying to sort through my rhythm with both this and the Recovering Entrepreneur podcast. And you know me, I'd rather be honest and transparent about everything that's going on. And I don't feel like a failure or anything dramatic. I feel bad that I'm disappointing my audience. If you're looking for new material every week, and I just haven't had the ability to get that done. So thank you for understanding. I appreciate you letting me catch you up. And the momentum is happening. Things are starting to look very positive. Mom is able to speak this week for the first time in, like I said, 4 or 5 weeks. I just got word that she ate her first real food, yogurt, and things are headed in the right direction. So looking forward to a positive shift in momentum and getting back to y'all real soon regularly. Thanks, beautiful people. Love you much. Take care.
If you're not my